Hello, and welcome back to the Cove with more Frostpunk on the Edge. We just finished up with the shipwreck camp. They are now fully developed, they are very pleased with everything that we have done for them, and we are in rather friendly relations with them. In fact, they go so far as to call themselves loyal. So we will make the absolute most of this. We will continue to trade with them, make sure that we have enough timber to see through all of the needs that we do have. And then in the last little bit here, we're going to try and go ahead and fix up the children's mine. Now, yeah, they are friendly at the moment. Favor is fairly average right now. We've got enough steam cores to help them out with their current needs, and we're working through the night to see if we can get the steel as well. But as we were here, it seems that we are with rather high favor from the hot springs. So let's go ahead and use all of the resources available and ask for a little bit of food. That will do quite nicely. Alright, so either way, we do have our construction team at the final of the 3 safe route locations for the children's mine, which I'm very much looking forward to being able to be done and dusted with. That'll guarantee that we're having coal coming on in every so often. We are on a slight negative as far as our coal consumption is concerned, so that will be rather nice to have some extra shipments coming our way. But at the same time too, it's not the most pressing matter. We have other things to deal with first. First of all, I think, yeah, one of those will be... I think we'll go for the better healthcare. I'm not expecting anything bad to happen over there, but at the end of the day, it is a coal mine, and those things are notorious for sickness and disaster. So we'll definitely try and get that sorted straight away. That'll take a couple of hours for them to reach there. It seems outgoing. How long will this take? Yeah, 12, almost 13 hours for all of our stuff to get there. Yeah, I would be curious to know if the upgraded scouts would allow us to transfer goods between locations a little bit quicker. But with the amount of resources that we have and what we want to achieve, I don't think it's particularly worth testing that as of right now. But either way, let's go ahead and get some wooden supports up and running again. It's still early, so let's get that sorted. That brings us up to a grand total of 15.2 steel per hour. For some reason, why is our efficiency down? It looks like one person is in treatment. That's not ideal. How are you feeling? 5-7 hours? You know what? We have rations abounding. Let's go ahead and speed up your recovery time with some extra food. That is going to be quite nice for us. Get that working. And then... well, outside of that, there's not really too much for us to worry about. Yeah, our shipments have made it to the shipwreck camp. That is very good, so that is that. I think we go ahead and we'll do another trade. A little bit of coal and food will do very well. And then I think we just have to wait for the 150 steel, which is quite expensive. Yeah, definitely feeling not having all 20 people working at the warehouse, but it is what it is. Oh, and what's going on here? Is this confrontation already? New Londoners are coming. Sir, a large group of people is heading to our city from New London. We don't know their intentions, but we must assume that it's the vanguard of the punitive expedition. The moment of truth is coming. This will be the test of our resolve. Okay, we must wait. We have nothing we can do. I'm assuming they arrive in 20 hours. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, they're not very happy with us. They're very, very upset that we did bail on them. But then again, they were imposing ridiculous demands on us. It just wasn't viable. There was no way we could have made that work. So, yeah, we just have to let things be what they are. Yeah, alright, well, either way, we'll see how that goes. Looks like we're still making a good amount of steel. That'll take us probably through to the end of day, so let's just go ahead and speed up some time and see what's going on there. Hopefully we can make some pretty good progress with them. Who knows, maybe New London's going to turn around and start begging us for help. Who knows, I wouldn't put it beyond them. But either way, if we can be as well set up with our friends, that's going to be better if they do really need our help. Who knows? I think we may have some family over there, depending. But either way, let's see. Hot Springs sabotage. We have grave news. The old man whom we together decided to let go repeated his sabotage attempt. He was under discreet observation, but we lost him for just a few minutes. He blew up one of the smaller pumps, killing himself and 3 of your people. Words can't express our grief at this loss. We hope you will not hold the actions of a lone madman against the whole community. Discontent will fall, Hot Springs' favor will be exhausted, they will be displeased, or we too are responsible for this. Yeah, we knew about this. We did try and set up guards and chase him down. Some of the guards were our people, so we did lose him for those couple of minutes as well. It was a team effort to, well, yeah, just wasn't enough. I think we'll just go with the we're responsible for this too. It's unfortunate, a little bit of discontent though on our end. It isn't the end of the world. We will be able to manage that fairly well, so yeah, just a bad situation all round for everybody involved. Yeah, not ideal, but it is what it is. Food-wise, how are we doing? We've got a couple of days, we could possibly trade, but right now I'm kind of wanting to hold on to as much steel as possible. I think we'll wait for their favor to go back up before we ask for more food, and then, outside of that, yeah, I think we go... Oh, you know what? We could ask for some extra coal if we finish up over there, and that'll get our workers back. It's not a bad idea. That would bring them in from the cold. You know what? Having a couple of extra people at base wouldn't be the end of the world either. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna... Oh, hang on a second. Let's just double check something. If we go here to our units, when we disband them, we'll get back the 50 steel and the 50 timber. Yeah, you know what? That is absolutely worth our time and effort. Let's go ahead and build that right now and get those resources back into our community. So, the safe route has been finished. We are pleased to report that everything went as planned. This place will serve as a great vantage point as well as a clear visual guide for future expeditions between our settlements. This section of the safe route can be assumed as secured. And we are done. Alright. Quickly, race back home, only 5 hours away, is very good. That'll help us out with our steel collection between those two. Yeah, I think all in all, it's going to be the right call. It also gives us a couple of extra hands, just in case things get a little bit dicey with the New Londoners approaching. They'll be here in 14 hours, so yes, it's the best we can do. Yeah, the more hands on deck, the better. Alright, well, let's see how this goes. There's not much we can do. They're back in 2 hours, though. That is nice. We have transport delivering from New London to our outpost. Well, it says transport, so who knows? Maybe it's... Has something terrible happened and these are just survivors? That may explain why they never let any of those children in. If something terrible has happened, maybe... Yeah, maybe something terrible has happened and that's why they couldn't let them in? Who knows? Alright, well, either way, there is a shipment to the children's mine. That's going to help us out with them. That was the medical supplies. Yep, so that is that. And then, let's see, in half an hour, we'll get back the extra steel from our construction team, which we can now very happily disband. And that means we now have 176 steel. We needed only 150. Let's go ahead and get that going. We'll race that down there and see what we can do. Who knows? Maybe the mine doesn't have 6 levels to reach. They may only have the 4. But the only way we'll find out is if we go ahead and help them with their upgrades. Alright, a few people are sick. Yeah. Oh, what's going on? They are starving? These poor people. We must help them. Okay. Well, maybe they were in bad shape. The conflict, trouble in New London. That's no punitive expedition. These are ordinary people. The delegates are here to ask for help. We fled the hunger and chaos of New London. Everything is falling apart there. Healthcare, the coal supply, and even the generator. The administration just argues over what to do and no decisions are made. Help us, please. You're our only hope. Some of our people, recognizing their friends and relatives among the refugees, are embracing them and taking them home. We have no choice. We must welcome them. Okay, well that's fair. I did mention in the last episode that possibly there were some relations. Okay, well, we can't turn away our family. Let's go ahead and help them. We'll be the bigger people, for we are greater than those of New London. We're gonna have to deal with that. Do we have any homeless? No, the answer is no. That is good. We have 20 people who are ill, which is horrendous. Let's go ahead. Oh, we've already got extra rations running. That is good. Do we have any... We have 5 engineers hanging around. Let's send them to the medical post. None of these guys are gravely ill, but we'll go ahead and we'll get that up and running. Yeah, hopefully we can fire off with some extra rations there as soon as some of our engineers arrive. Yeah, we'll have extra workers, so it's not a big deal. We can probably... You know what? We'll send some engineers over to the coal mine for tomorrow. Yep, that is the plan. Alright, and luckily, I think... Yeah, we still have 2 days of food, even with these extra refugees. Alright. What have we got? New London. Outpost 11. Oh, they're talking to us now. Okay. We heard some people from our city have reached you, and they tell you... What they tell you is mostly true. We lost some crops, had a food shortage, used sawdust, and had labor shortages. Then a generator malfunctioned, and things got out of control. To prevent panic, we tried to cover up the scale of the crisis. That's why we didn't tell you. We urgently need resources and people. Our relations weren't good recently, but please, can you help us? New London can't fall. We'll think about it. Alright. Well, what have we got? Decide the fate of New London. We have 12 hours. We can talk to the hot springs, the children's mine, and the shipwreck camp, as well as then respond. Wow, okay, so, yeah, this scenario is not over yet. Hopefully this was all just as a setup so we can, maybe help them out? Who knows? Alright, either way, let's go ahead and open the communication screens. Let's see if we can use any of our favor first. So, in that case, let's go ahead and communicate with Hot Springs. They are on the top of our list. They have been our longest friends. Let's talk to them. Northwood, greetings. What is it that you wanted to talk about? Well, can you help us with New London? I think that is fair. We don't know much of New London, but it seems that, to us that, unlike you, it is people failed to adapt to a changed world. If you let their city fall, they will strengthen your ranks and learn your ways. If you help them instead, your people might yet become assimilated by them. The nature is our ultimate judge. The nature is our ultimate judge, and its use is to dispute her rulings. It's useless to dispute her rulings, but whatever you decide, we won't deny you any help if you ask of it. Okay, well that's very kind of them. Good to know. Let's ask, is there anything that we can help you with since we're already here? There's nothing else you can do for us. You really came through. Words cannot express our gratitude. Okay, well that is excellent. We're happy to help. Let's go ahead and close our screen there. Farewell. That is good. So that's the hot springs. Let's go ahead and check in with... I think we'll go with the shipwreck camp since we're in the most... since they're also in a really good relation with us. Let's see what they think. Alright, so asking us what is on our mind. Can you help us with New London? All of those wealthy New Londoners are scum. No offense, pal, you're different. But they can go to hell with their generators and their fancy houses. They grew too big and the world will cut them down. If you help them, they'll only stab you in the back. Mark my words. In the end, each of us should stand or fall on their own. We say let New London fall, but we owe you, and we will help you in whatever you do. Alright, well thank you for that. I think that I can understand that, given that they had been turned on by society especially with trumped up charges and all of that. But at the same time too, they did need a lot of our help, and they wouldn't have survived without us. So I think that's more of their cultural position of one should stand alone against the wind, whereas in reality it may not be quite that simple. Alright, well there we go. Never mind, thank you kindly, farewell. That will do. And then all that we have left is the children's mine. We're friendly, so yeah, we'll ask them. Mind you, I think that they've got some family members and things like that with New London, so I suppose they'll probably want to help out. But again, let's ask them nonetheless. You cannot assume, so let's go ahead and ask us about New London. We're saddened to hear about the plight of New London. It reminds us of the tragic fate of Winter Home. We should try to help them. Some of our children might have relatives there. If we leave them to their fate, many will die, and this world saw too much death already. The decision is yours. But whether you choose to save New London or not, we will help you as much as we can. We must stand together or we'll all freeze alone. Yeah, okay. Their sentiments are exactly what I predicted. But that's okay. That's fine. I think we're going to go ahead and help them out. We'll talk to them in a little bit. We've got 12 hours to do so though, but it's in the middle of the night. Oh, okay, so time to decide. New London is collapsing and we don't have much time to reach a decision. Before we do it, we can consult with the other settlements which already promised not to make any requests until this is over. And should we listen to our people, what we do will now change. Will now change the future not only for us, but for all people in Frostland. Okay. I think we're going to help them. Yeah, clearly I think it's going to be the better thing for us. Luckily, I think we have set up most things as best as possible. Yeah, with everybody willing to help us, that should be fairly simple for us to help them out. It might be a little resource intensive for a bit, but right now I don't think it's I don't think it's the worst thing. Now I did see that we could upgrade the safe route depot upgrade, but right now we're going to go ahead and save the steel. If we can keep a little bit on hand, what we're going to try and do is see what their next level of needs are and see if we can get that sorted quickly so we can focus all of our attention on New London when we do decide to help. Alright, what have we got? Fate of New London. How quickly the mood changes. We were ready to fight New London, now many want to help them despite the huge cost. After all, people still have friends and relatives there. On the other hand, if we let New London fall, we could take full control of it. Although many of its inhabitants would die, we'd also have to prepare for a massive wave of refugees. Ouch, that's, yeah, that is the very real situation of it all. Realistically, it's probably easier to get that sorted rather than not. Oh, wait a second. The route to the children's mine, that never got sorted. Oh, we do need to do this for this, mission. Oh, well, you know what? I stand corrected, so let's go ahead and get that sorted now. We'll get that out of the way. Let's see, what are we producing? Steel. Yeah, we're working there for a couple more hours. We are, yeah, finishing off that 24-hour shift. We should hopefully have a few workers. Let's see, going to treatment, going to eat. Oh, what the heck? We got sick engineers, that's not good. That's not good at all. Yeah, alright, well, we'll keep a careful eye on that. The moment that goes to any percentage, we'll go ahead and get that up and running. We'll go ahead and... yeah, you know what, we'll leave them on the line for a couple of hours. They put us through a fair bit for almost an entire month, thinking that they were going to come and try and attack us, take us down a peg. So, yeah, leaving them for a couple of hours, I don't think it's the worst thing. It's a little bit... it's, borderline what's, fair. You know, gotta... yeah, we'll deal with that. What to do? Incoming transports, we've got coal. We need more timber, probably. We should go ahead and chat to our friends. Oh, our favor is high. Let's go ahead and ask for some resources then. We need some wood. That'll do nicely, thank you. In fact, you know what? We could even possibly go ahead and ask them again for some more timber. Yeah, because that was an extra 75 they just gave. Oh, 65. Yeah, we could do that again potentially. Huh. You know what? I think we'll do a little bit of a trade now. If we need the extra, we'll happily let our favor go from average to below. Our relationship is loyal, and I don't think that that's going to change anytime soon. So if we need it, we do have a little bit of extra, but we'll try and keep that at average as often as possible. Same thing with the food here. We don't actively need it right now, so we'll hold off. And then the coal we are sorted with. So yeah, it's just going to be what it is. Now, luckily for us, it looks like the temperature is about to rise in another 24 hours, which will help us deal with some of our sickness. We'll be able to get that a little bit under control. Not by an amazing amount, but again, all these things do take time. Come on, where is that worker? Going to eat? Yeah, I don't know where he's going for a... yeah. Oh, and the other engineers are in treatment. Huh. Okay, so I guess the engineers are getting as much recovery as possible. Let's see. 5 hours, 6 hours, another 5 hours, another 6 hours. Alright, well, at least that's not going to take us too long to get people through the infirmary. That extra efficiency is particularly nice. Yeah, that is really good. Alright, double rations for the sick certainly helps, and so do our infirmary checklists. We'll be sure to fire off those extra rations again as soon as possible. If we can do that, we should be able to avoid too much in the way of ailment is concerned. It's just a very dicey situation. Let's see, people eating and going to eat, so that's 6 absentees. That's not ideal, but it is what it is. Looks like in a couple of minutes we'll be able to fire off those wooden supports, so let's go ahead and get that done. So, yeah, work on that. Extra steel, that'd be nice. Still need to hear from the mine to see what requirements they have for us. And you know what? There's only 2 hours left. Let's go ahead and send them a telegram and ask them how they feel. And tell them that we're willing to help. So let's communicate. Outpost 11, we will read you loud and clear. How's the operation going? No, we have an answer. We can't endure much longer. Hear us out, we beg you. We treated you badly, misled you, and we were wrong. Although we still believe we are one people, we will respect your autonomy if you save our city. If you refuse, many will die, but many more will flee to your outpost and every other settlement they can get to. You can't possibly accommodate them all, so many lives are at stake. Please do not forsake them. What is your answer? We're going to save you. That's right. We're going to be the bigger people, and you more or less don't have a choice in respecting our autonomy, because right now you can't really produce anything on your own. So if we don't give it to you, we can send them right back to their very precarious situation. But nonetheless, we will save you. Farewell. Okay, I guess he's jumping for joy and racing off to tell all the people. So it looks like we need to go ahead and save New London. New London's economy is in shambles, so we will need a lot of coal to keep them warm. Due to the cold, a lot of their workers are sick, which means that our people will have to replace them. Infirmaries will heal the gravely ill, but to build them, we need to send steel and steam cores. Their food economy is stretched to the maximum since the beginning, so a shipment of food rations will be a great aid. Wow, okay. So, well, let's see what's going on here. The shipwreck. Oh, we heard that you chose to spare the Toffs. Too bad, but it's your choice. As we said, alas, will have to face its consequences. We'll send them the workers they need to get on their good side and keep an eye on them. We know a thing or two about generators, having built a few, so we'll take a look at theirs. Oh, well, that is very kind, the fact that they're going out of their way to do such things for us. Oh, and hot springs. Your decision to preserve the bigger and more advanced society will affect us all. For good or ill, only time will tell. We believe that if we exert ourselves, we can take care of the food shipment for New London. The other tasks are in your hands. Okay, well that's really nice. The fact that We have 5 days to do this and they're already sorted. That is phenomenal. I'm assuming that would have been there would have been an extra event if the child's mine were loyal with us already. But who knows, maybe if we can make them loyal, they may just go ahead and help us out anyway. Alright, but either way, let's send some food rations over there. Let's do that again over here. That will help out our sick quite a fair bit. It looks like most people aren't too ill, which is really good, so I'm assuming by the end of the day we may even be mostly finished with the new patients, which is excellent. Alright, so either way, we have steel coming on in. We need to hear 3,000 coal? Oh. Steam and steel cores? 5 of them? Okay, well, that's remarkable. Alright, well, you know what? Good thing favor is high. Let's go ahead and let's ask for some extra coal. We need some coal. That is going to be very important. 100 will help us. Thank you kindly. We may need to even exhaust our favor at some point. But again, if we can get them all loyal, that's what we need. Yeah, food-wise, we might need a little bit of extra food. I don't want to trade just yet. I need to see what the mine needs as far as upgrades are concerned. That'll cost us how much time? Not 50 workers. Oh wow, 50 workers is absurd. Let's see. Safe route depot upgrade. Okay, so that's in 3 hours. Oh, and we have another communication. These kids really want to help, but it's not enough. The older ones are trying to keep up with the pace, but the younger are unreliable. They slack off, wander around aimlessly, and can't keep to the schedule. The only way to raise coal output is to replace the children with adults in all critical places. They will be displeased, but we can't wait until they start working harder and hope for the best. Okay, critical replacements will be unlocked, people will be sent, they will be displeased, or we can leave them be. You know what? I don't think... You know what? Maybe having some extra adults would be the end of the world. We have more than we need, so yeah, you know what? We're going to send some more adults. They're not going to be super thrilled, but we have a little bit of time to help them out. That means we have... Yeah, 25 workers are necessary? Okay, that is easily sorted. Let's go ahead and... We'll take 2 workers from the cookhouse. We don't need all of them there anyway. Let's get them off and running. Our relations are neutral. That's a pity. Wait a second. 25 workers? Oh, we have 10 engineers. Oh, my bad. Alright. Let's go. We're gonna have to cut there for a second. Not ideal, but it is what it is. Let's get those critical replacements out there. Oh, that's also helped with our sickness a little bit. Yeah, alright, fantastic. Well, you know what? 2 birds with 1 stone. That is a-okay by me. I don't know if there's any extra upgrades we're going to be able to do for them now. I don't know if this is the last one. They are 5, so I think we're going to 6. This could be that last thing that they need. Unfortunately, we may not have been able to get them to the best situation possible. Yeah, if we could have just got them to a loyal, that would have been particularly good. But either way, we need to work on things. We have just under 5 days for us to get this sorted. I think... Let's see, workers are already set, food is already set, it's just the shipment of coal and building materials. Yeah, alright, so we're going to need a whole bunch of steam cores. And I think... Oh, you know what? You know what, we have 110 steel, that's a pretty decent amount. You know what? Let's go ahead and switch over to steam cores. Yeah, we're going to go to steam cores. We're going to go ahead and get an upgrade for our coal mine. Yeah, definitely a reason to have kept that high, but it is what it is. Our settlements are now connected with a safe route. Thanks to it, we will be able to help each other quickly if the need arises. This will give us the sense of security. From now on, we will be sending you shipments of resources every other day. May you use it for the good of both of our people. Alright, well, either way, the children's mine will send us 100 coal every day, locals will be pleased, and hope will rise. Alright, let's see how that goes. Yeah, neutral, can't quite fix that up, that is unfortunate. Let's go ahead and Well, we're going to need as much coal as possible. Oh, same with food. Let's go ahead and get some extra food coming our way. We need some food, please. That would do nicely. We also now need to go ahead and ask the mine. Let's go ahead and ask for some extra food. Sorry, some extra coal. Hang on a second. Before I forget, we need to send 3,000 coal. We don't even have enough for the supply there. You know what? We need to build ourselves a new resource depot. Okay, well, there's a first for a very late series, is that we need an outpost, a resource depot, but here we are. Let's go ahead and pop that in by the coal mine. I suppose that's fairly appropriate since that's what we're going to be hauling. Do we go for some technology? That could also be good. Let's see. Resources. Resource upgrade. That'll store an extra 50% more. That's pretty cheap. And it's cheaper than building another one. Yeah, we might need to end up going ahead and doing that. You know what? We have some spare engineers. They don't need to be at the medical post anymore, so we'll shut that down. We'll get that up and running. Let's work on the resource depot upgrade. That'll be fine. Yeah. Alright. You know what? That's not too bad. We should be sorted, but that will be where we need to call things for today. We'll see if we can save New London in the next one, but to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.